What's up, guys? ArtistVersion1 here. As you can tell from the title, it's that time for a channel update. As most of you guys have noticed, I have not been going live as much as I usually have. I usually have a live schedule of Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. But lately, that's just gone out the window because of reasons that I will get into here. But there's some good news, some bad news, and such like that. Let me pop this open real quick. Quick little mini taste test here. This is the G Fuel PewDiePie. That guy, I don't really like him, but I have no idea what the flavor is. It doesn't say it on here. Oh, cherry. Okay, could have just said that. Not bad. Anyway, besides my point. Alright, so let's address the elephant in the room first. Lives. Why I haven't been live. A couple lives ago, there was somebody who usually comes into the room. It wasn't one of the fucking, millions of people who fucking can't stand me for no good damn reason. But they came in and they started just, we were having a good time. We're having a good time, and then they just, there's a certain line, and they crossed that line, so I just said fuck it and signed off, and I didn't go live again for like another week, maybe a little longer. And then recently again, another person who comes in quite regularly, infrequently, I guess would be a better word, because when he does show up, he shows up for a little bit and then he like disappears for a bit. Anyway, again, the same thing happened. He said something that I wasn't really a fan of, so I disregarded it. I kept going on, and then he harped back on it again, and again, I started reading it, and then I stopped. I even hung my head like, son of a bitch, really? And then once the third time happened, I was like, that's it, alright, I'm done, and I just turned off the live. I didn't go through all the stuff that's in the description down below, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, Teespring link, the shit that you guys don't use anyway, because, regardless how many times I try, I'm never going to become a real YouTuber. It's all down there. So, I mean, that's why I was just like, alright, I'm done doing, scheduled lives. I tried doing the scheduled lives. I did it for a good 2 years. The schedule changed a little bit here and there and such like that, but I did it for a good 2 years. And, I'm just done. Now I think I might just do a Sunday show, and that might be it. I went live last night at the time of this recording, which is Tuesday, because I was just bored. But with that, it's going to leave me time for other projects that I want to do. Do I have a copy of it over here? No? I have a copy of my book? Okay. Well, I'm actually, at the time, I'm working on a second edition of my book, Stories No One Asked For. I'm going through fixing the typos and everything I'm going to add. I added an update to one of the stories. I am actually writing a couple bonus stories. But I think I'm actually going to take out the Secret Society story and put in a whole new story there, so it kind of makes like the first edition, more special. So if you buy a second edition, like, oh, this doesn't have the one story. So put in a different story there and such like that. So I'm in the process of doing that. Plus, I've been saying it for like 3 weeks now, and I actually wanted to do it today, but I actually wanted to get this video made first, and that is I want to get Game On going again now that I have my new World Board Game belt, as you may have seen on a couple lives and such like that. I have a new World Board Game belt, and if you haven't seen that, if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, then you've probably seen it. If you don't follow me on there, then oh well, you'll see it when you see the new Game On, whenever that comes, because I have a solid idea of what that storyline is going to be. And unfortunately, when and if I do get to this storyline of Game On, it will be the end of Game On. Unfortunately, the way I have this story planned out, there's only so much I can do with the story and board game reviews and such like that. You gotta understand that Game On started as like a traditional gaming show, like, hi, I'm ArtistV1, and we're gonna review this game. Hey, this is the review of the game. And once I got to review for USAopoly, that's when it kind of just switched to scripted reviews and all the characters started showing up, and then I had this idea for the storyline that artist is dead and shit like that. So it kind of just took on a life of its own, you know. But now that I have like another solid idea to go forward, and it's kind of and like I've said before, it's kind of based on a Twilight Zone episode. That's not really a Twilight Zone episode, you know. When you see it, if you know what Twilight Zone episode I'm referring to, then you're like, oh, okay, shit, all right. If I ever get that far, so I have more of those in the pipeline. Of course, I'll probably have more. As much as I fucking can't stand doing them, I have been buying more movies lately. You know, just something like to watch in my downtime and such like that. So maybe I'll start doing DVD updates again. Who knows? Board game updates too. Like recently, I bought this beauty here, the Monopoly Jenga mashup game, which is actually pretty cool. Here, got it for $5 at Five Below. Pretty cool there. Because as you guys know, you know, I buy like little games and such now. I'm actually planning on getting a table at this convention in May, and I'm actually gonna offload some of these games and shit because I don't really need them anymore. Or if anybody's interested in a live auction one night, we'll do it that way too. I've kind of been wanting to do that as well. So, and of course, like what other shit that I used to do, like if I think of a cool idea, like, you know, some people are always, well, not always, but they're like, oh, I want another cooking with artist video. If I think of something interesting to make that can make a cooking with artist video, I'm more than happy to make one. It's just that I can never really think of anything that would, you're like, okay, like this I can make an episode out of, you know. Same with taste tests. You know, most of the shit that I've been getting for taste tests recently, I'm like, oh, I want to do a taste test on this, and then like I end up either eating or drinking it before I even make the video because I'm just lazy. Because the last few weeks, my depression's been getting the best of me. For those of you who don't know, I have MDD, which is major depression disorder, and what was it, Monday or Sunday? I think it was Monday. Monday at like 1 o'clock, I was like, man, I need to walk up to Dollar General and get toenail clippers. That's all I needed. Dollar General's like right down the road. All I got, it's not that long of a walk. And I seriously, like, let me lay down for a second. I threw on my shirt, and I was like, you know what? Let me fucking chill for a second. Then I'll head up to Dollar General and grab toenail clippers. You know, like 1 o'clock. I didn't get to Dollar General till like 6:15 because I physically cannot pull myself out of bed. You know, and it's, you know, just one of those things. It comes with the territory. You know, like this video here, at the time of this video, I think it's, what is it, 5 o'clock? What time? Oh, at 4:40 in the afternoon. I planned on making this video 3 hours ago. I sat in the recliner across the room for about 3 hours and just watched videos and such. It was just hard to, plus some other stuff going on that I'm not going to go into here. So yeah, lately it's been kind of hard to pull myself out of bed and actually do stuff. I've already canceled 2 doctor's appointments because I just did not feel like fucking going. So it's getting a little hard, you know, but woe is me, you know. And also, for you wrestling fans who come through here and, you know, sometimes want to talk wrestling and everything with me and such like that, I try and keep the wrestling talk to a minimum when I'm live because sometimes Jax is there and other people who don't really know wrestling, and I kind of like get deep into it. So then it's one thing when I'm like Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold and Jax is like, I've heard of them, you know, but like when I start like getting deep and like, okay, they said on the dirt sheets that, you know, when I start using terminology and shit like that, that's when Jax is like, huh? And other people, huh? So I try and keep it to a minimum, but for those of you who do want to like hear me talk about wrestling, me and some buddies, if you haven't heard, we started a YouTube podcast called The Three-Way Dance, which I thought was pretty clever, which is based off an old ECW match type, The Three-Way Dance. We started a wrestling podcast, The Three-Way Dance, which, as of this recording, we are recording later tonight, because we were going to record Thursdays, but then we switched it to Tuesdays. So if you guys are into wrestling and such like that, we welcome you to come over, listen to the podcast, and in every comment section, leave questions for us. because we will donate time during each episode for all your questions. Every question will get answered. You know, the only question that's not allowed is what's your favorite sandwich. That's the only question that's not allowed for personal reasons because there's a long story behind that. So we will be doing more of those. Me, Shelby, and Nick, or Shubs, as he's also known as. I know him better as Shelby. It's so weird calling him Shubs on a normal basis. So, yeah, that's why you'll hear. Same with him. Like, you know, I say artist on the podcast, and you'll hear him say Will and shit. It's that type of situation, you know. So yeah. So I'm gonna have some more original content coming here a little bit, even though, you know, go figure. You know, even though who cares is what I meant to say, not go figure. You know, I will say some of it is kind of hard to do because, like I said, it's kind of hard to pull myself out of bed some days. Like, probably right after the filming of this video, I'm going to go lay down until I have to record that podcast. Because I actually have some things to do for the podcast. I got to find some news articles, and for our game, it came from eBay and such like that. I got to find some stuff for that. So, I think that's everything I needed to update you guys on. Let's see. Yeah, Majorly Depressed, got it. Lives are now infrequent. Probably just a Sunday show. I'm usually off Sundays recently. My boss started to give me Sundays off. So that will probably be a new day. Okay. For lives. So if you're interested still in the lives, which judging from the last Sunday show, not many of you are. But if that doesn't work out, then we'll just get rid of lives altogether. It doesn't really bother me any. But I have the new equipment for it, everything like that. So, like I said earlier, even though you guys don't use it, it would sure be cool if you did. Oh man, that G Fuel. Which I found in stores, believe it or not. They're starting to sell G Fuel in stores around here. Anyway, again, I digress. But Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, description down below. You guys want to request one of those videos, like a taste test or a story time. I haven't done story time in I don't know how long. Cooking with, just anything. Or if you just want to make a handsome donation to the channel to help a brother out, that'd be fantastic. Also, there's the Teespring link. You want to get yourself an official artist t-shirt with the classic, with the old World Board Game Championship logo on there, or the World Board Game Championship, you know, in the picture there. You can do that. Also, there's Amazon wishlist. If you guys want to get something for the old artist and see it unboxed here in a video, just kiss your ass the whole video and tell you how awesome you are. Or in a live, you know, when the rare time I will go live and just unbox it and tell you how awesome you are there. That is in the description as well. And also, you can't, even though I am drinking a G Fuel right now, and it's decent, you can't forget our sponsor, repsports.com, where if you go over there and anything you buy, use checkout code ARTIST and save 15%. So, I look forward to you guys checking out the new-ish original content I have coming down the pipeline, and hopefully I will see you guys at the rare lives I do. So until then, I am the ArtistVersion1, and remember, be breezy.